Just because you always complain about how my body is a different colour to my face. Okay? Okay. Is my colouring adequate? Thank you. Hi. Am I glad to be back with a real camera instead of a literal, just like 3 years ago iPad that just like doesn't work and may have been alive in caveman times? Yeah. Real camera, editing properly, don't look at it, it's so gross. So as you know, this week's theme is like scary stuff / conspiracy. I don't really know. However, I am so excited. I am beyond excited. And which is kind of crazy really, because this morning I almost died in a car accident. I don't know how I've recovered this quickly. It was traumatizing. I'm probably going to do a story about it, so check out my channel. I'm okay now. I've survived. That's why I've been really inactive all day on Twitter and everything. So if you're worried, then don't be worried. But was you really worried? Moving on. So I'm going to be talking about Pixar / Disney conspiracy theories. Wow, so cliche, not at all intelligent. However, everyone loves Disney movies. If you don't get out, they're just so great. They're so brilliant. They're so well thought and clever, and this is making really annoying sounds. And I'm so excited to share some of my favourite ones with you. So here is 4 Disney / Pixar conspiracy theories you may not have heard of. The first one is that Elsa and Anna's parents are actually Tarzan's parents. When you're told that someone's dead, they're usually dead, unless you're Elvis. And that's what us assuming millennials assumed that happened to Elsa and Anna's parents when we were told that they died on that shipwreck. When I first read this particular theory, I was like, bit of a reach, but okay, like, I'm listening. However, I don't know if you've heard the theory that everything in Disney and Pixar are just like linked, that everyone's fate is intertwined throughout all of the movies. There are links that link one movie to another movie and everyone is just intertwined, which makes sense because humans' fates aren't decided by what we do in our own lives. The future doesn't just rely on our actions, but it also relies on other people around us actions too. Every single day, your life is impacted by what someone else does unless you sit inside your house like a hobbit like me, but... Which is why this theory makes almost perfect sense. On Disney's Reddit, a fan of Disney of the movie asked if the Frozen / Little Mermaid / Tangled theory was true, which is another theory, quite popular one I guess, that I'm going to get into right after this. And Disney replied with, the king and queen didn't actually die, however managed to get onto an island where they had a son and a leopard killed them casually. Which could possibly mean that they survived the shipwreck and the island they escaped to must have been a jungle island because there was a leopard on it, had a son, that son was Tarzan, and then they died. And then the gorillas adopted Tarzan, but like gorillas are cute. This next one is that the Little Mermaid, Tangled and Frozen are all connected. You have probably, if you're interested in conspiracy theories, especially Disney ones, heard this theory before, but it's vital I explain this because it connects to other theories that I'm about to get into, if you know what I mean. This theory is honestly my favourite because it doesn't really require much thinking. It's one of the lesser complicated conspiracy theories, and thinking's hard. Now when Elsa and Anna's parents sailed off, they supposedly sailed off to go to a wedding. That wedding was the wedding of Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. He's hot. Which would make total sense because Rapunzel was at Anna's coronation. So they clearly knew each other. They clearly had some international 17th century group chat. That chameleon hair bitch was there. And you know what? If my wedding was the reason your parents died, the least I could do is show up to your coronation. Like, it would be kind of rude not to. Like, hey, sorry my event killed your parents, but hey, like, bye. We don't talk anymore. Don't fight me on this one. It makes literal perfect sense. In addition to this, you know the shipwreck at the beginning of The Little Mermaid where she goes in and rescues the Dilf Prince? Yeah, that was 3,267% the same shipwreck. It just all makes sense. Jesus is real. Illuminati literally confirmed. The next one is more in depth about Tangled and Frozen, how they're connected and how possibly the siblings and Rapunzel are really related, and that impacts the whole story and the magic and the, yeah. Now this is a theory that messes me up the most because honestly it is kind of dark. Now it's obvious that Tangled and Frozen are entwined in some way because you can see Rapunzel in Frozen and her hair is all dark brown and short. So the theory is that Rapunzel is Elsa and Anna's cousin, which could possibly be explained by the uncanny resemblance between Rapunzel's mother and Elsa and Anna's father. But don't hold me to that one because I feel like all Disney characters look the same. Like they're just one big family tree of incest, interbreeding, and the same chromosomes being passed back and forth. However, this really makes a lot of sense. This theory explains why only some family members have magical abilities, particularly the blonde ones. A theory that explains why the blonde members of the family may be more susceptible to gaining magical powers. Must be because of those missing chromosomes because of all the incest. Elsa was blonde. Rapunzel was blonde before she decided to partake in the significant other cuts my hair challenge. Watch out, Jenna Marbles. And this could further explain why the parents were so protective of Elsa and wouldn't let her go outside, because their niece had been kidnapped and taken advantage of because of her powers, which would honestly scare you and you'd think, yeah, my daughter has this, let's hide her. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. And the last one, a really great one in my opinion, is Mufasa causes everything in The Lion King. Mufasa is in control the whole time from beyond the grave of absolutely everything, and yeah. I really like this theory because it's like really sweet and less boy than the others. So in the movie, Mufasa the Lion King is killed by Scar, his brother, so that Scar can become king and rule over the savannah. The biggest theme in The Lion King is the circle of life. That nature is a circle of life, and as Mufasa explains to Simba, when the lions die they return to the ground, turn into grass so that antelopes can eat them and lions eat antelopes, and it's just one big circle, and that nature shouldn't be messed with. However, when Mufasa is murdered by Scar, this betrayal messes with the circle of life. It's a circle of life. Oh yeah. Fun fact about that song actually, like little anecdote. I used to do theatre a lot and I sang that at one time in front of like 200 people dressed as an antelope. Yeah. Anyway, so the circle of life has been messed with and things need to be put back into order. Earlier in the movie you may remember Mufasa telling Simba about the past kings in the sky, and they go and visit this weird little thing and they see a bunch of the kings before them who had died and who watch over them and keep them safe. And they look up to the sky and see a bunch of cool dead lions. This bit is really important. When Mufasa dies, he goes up into the sky and obviously joins the past kings, and I guess he thought it was kind of cute to start messing with the weather too. Mufasa causes the drought. After Mufasa's death, a drought just sweeps across the savannah, prohibiting Scar from being able to run the kingdom like he should be. Next, Nala, Simba's childhood hoe, thinks, wow, there's no food around here, let's travel out further to find some more zebra carcass I can nibble on. This led to her finding Simba, which kind of saved the day. Mufasa manipulates the clouds. I'm doing that to show you that it's like a new section. When Nala finds Simba, she tells him how bad things are back at the savannah, and as the rightful king, he needs to return home. Simba's a bitch and refuses. Then, after this, Simba meets the nice baboon, who proceeds to tell Simba that Mufasa still lives on inside of him, like the past dead kings that look over them, and how the weather recently is very peculiar. And then, because Mufasa is also a warlock, he appears to Simba in the clouds. And if Mufasa can manipulate the clouds, I'm pretty sure he can manipulate anything. Clouds are hard to manipulate. I tried it. Mufasa makes it rain! When Simba returns, it coincidentally starts to rain. And nourishment is restored to the savannah. And also balance is restored. Yay. That was the theory that Mufasa was literally in control of everything the whole time and really helped Simba along the way, because when Mufasa died, he was such a great character. It would have been such a waste if he just died. He was a wise lion. Also, NASA needs to start operating from Africa. So yeah, I've made 2 conspiracy theory videos on my channel, and I recently just uploaded a video where I literally just attempt to debunk the Mandela effect and other conspiracy theories like JFK assassination and the moon landing. You should really go watch them out. I'll link them all in like the top line in the description so you can click on them and subscribe to me because views. I'm also really thinking of doing a giveaway on my main channel soon, so make sure you subscribe to me, it would be really cool. And follow all of my social media because that will be one of the steps if you want to partake. And I'm kind of good at keeping you updated, unlike today where I just went MIA for the whole whole day. Cool. Make sure you like and comment some of your favourite Pixie / Disney conspiracy theories down below. I really actually like reading them and responding to the comments, and maybe I'll make another video based off your comments on my main channel or on Trash if we do this theme soon again. I don't know, what do you think of this theme? Is it good? I think it's good. This was really fun. Yeah, bye! Also, the Illuminati is real.